Hi, I'm Sarah. You guys, it is time for a new season of Amazing Race tomorrow. So, tomorrow's the premiere. So, tonight we have to pre party. We're going to have a draft. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for everyone joining us in the chat. Hello. David is setting up. He's joining us from his home, so he will join us shortly. And also, I'm so excited this season for our draft. We have last season's winner. Please welcome Mr. Greg Franklin. Hello, sir.
Hello, thanks for having me. I was telling Sarah,
Yeah.
I remember seeing this last season, and it's so fun to be on the other side nowadays.
Right. So this is your first season watching since your season aired. How's it feeling for you right now?
It's feeling exciting. It almost feels like it feels like you just graduated college, and you're seeing all the seniors now, and like they're getting ready for graduation, and they're so full
Mhm.
of life, and it's like, oh, I remember when I was there. Of course,
Right?
it's just so fun to kind of like relive my own memories too, and kind of like what it feels like to be at that starting line, what it feels like to like watch the first episode. So I'm excited. I'm pumped for them.
Do you have a little bit of like nostalgia of like, oh, it was just me. It was just my season.
Yeah, it does. I mean, so I actually I met Kishori and Ricky's team. So I met like two of the
Right?
teams, and they're so lovely, and they're just so excited. Like, yeah, I mean, I definitely feel nostalgia, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to kind of see what it looks
Right.
like on the other side, because I remember all the other racers were saying it's so fun.
Ready to pass the torch on to other people.
Yeah, yeah, and kind of like welcome them into the family, because everyone was so welcoming to me. So I'm excited to extend that out to them too.
And they've been waiting so long since those winners won before you.
So
Can you
long.
imagine? Can you
They were
imagine
waiting
having
like
to wait?
I don't know how they're doing it, because I think for our season we filmed in like June/July, and then our
Yeah,
season got released like 2 months later, and that was still too long for me. So the fact that they were able to
right.
keep it secret, I am impressed. Color me
Yeah,
impressed.
that would be so hard to keep that secret for so long.
Mhm.
And nobody gets their prizes or their money or anything until it airs.
Right, right.
So they're
And we
just
were worried
like,
because we like literally twiddling their thumbs. We were worried because I thought, well, one, we didn't know if their season was even going to be aired, and we were upset for the winners because I think it said, if the season doesn't actually air, they don't get the money. So we were like, oh man, like that would be
is that
terrible.
true?
Yeah, I mean
Could you
that's what
imagine?
I lost.
Oh my God, you go through all of that, you win, and then they're like, well, it never aired. So you don't, did it
Yeah,
happen? Mhm. Oh my God, I would be heartbroken. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
so any advice that you wanna give the teams that are about to watch themselves on television for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, if any of the teams are watching, the number one thing is that it goes by lickety split. I mean, it's truly week one. This is the premiere. Tomorrow is going to be the finale. So definitely soak it in.
Mm,
Definitely, yeah. Just take it slow and make the most out of each week. I think when I was watching them, I was originally just gonna kind of like watch it with some friends at home. Have like a little watch party. But then kind of the New York squad decided to all watch them together and like go to a bar and have like a big party each week. And those were the highlight of my weeks and like my friends' weeks. So it's definitely something I'm going to take on for forever. Like the race was definitely a memory, but even watching the race was almost as strong as a memory. So make
right?
those race watching memories strong, because it'll definitely carry you.
Yes, and I don't listen to people online,
True. That is true.
right?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
me, I'm talking all season long. I keep it positive, but still, like, take anything said just, like, with the grainest of salt.
The grayness of salt. People are mean. Some people are very mean, but they it's just a reflection of themselves, just kind of reflecting on back to them. So can't take anything
Yeah,
personal.
yeah. Let it roll off, yeah. People online just have this cloak of anonymity and think that they can say anything, and they would never say it to your face.
Yeah, yeah. These teams seem real. Like it doesn't seem, or at least from the beginning, it doesn't seem like there's like a team that the race is kind of making to seem like the team that people can be mean to. Everyone just seems so lovely and everyone seems so positive. So I'm hoping that.
Yeah. Yay. All right. Well, we're going to dive in here. David has to join at some point or he gets fired. I don't have the right to fire him. But let's lay out a little bit of logistics here for anyone who maybe is new. But we are going to go through the teams. 3 of us are going to be drafting. We will each get 4 people on our team, and then we will get points throughout the season. Top 5 of each leg gets points. So you try to like build your little fantasy team, fantasy league. We draft in order of who finished the best last season. Obviously, Greg finished first last season. So you get to pick if you want to draft first or if you want to draft third. Then I, points wise, came next. And then David is third. I have photos of the teams I'll pull up. I have a spreadsheet like I do every year. The link is down in the video description if anyone wants to follow along. I think that's the basic logistics. Greg, did you decide if you want to draft first or third?
Yeah, it's tough because I have no idea because I'm pretty confident on my first 3, on my top 3.
Sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you guys have the same one. So
right. Some years we don't. Some years we're like, why are you picking that person?
Right.
But okay, some years, yeah. You never know.
I think I'm gonna go third. Mine aren't like super. I mean, I don't want to give anything away. Mine aren't like the super obvious pick. So I think I'm gonna go third. Roll the dice.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, in that case, David really needs to get here because I'm going to go first.
Nice. Congrats.
Okay. Okay. Let me get my photos ready. Stand by.
Wow. How many years? How many years have you done this?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. Anyone in the chat know how many years we've been doing this? It's been a few. It's been a while. It's been several. It is peace, love, and resistance. Thank you, Coco, for asking. That we love and light, guys, until you get a fight. That's the vibe of that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, great. I have my photos ready. And let me just double check my picks. Oh, also, as I'm setting up here, you guys, tomorrow I get to talk to Phil and interview him. I'm so excited. I've never spoken with him. So if anyone has any specific questions they want to throw at me, please feel free to do so. I'm very excited about that. How was it when you met Phil, Greg? Were you starstruck?
Yeah, I think the first time I was because we were kind of doing our interviews in the LA, like the pre-actual show interviews. And, we hadn't met anybody. We were kind of just like amongst ourselves. We couldn't chat with anybody. And then as we were doing our interviews, Phil came on set and we all just kind of, because it felt real. Once Phil was on set, It felt like we found the Amazing Race. So we were starstruck.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to be tomorrow. I've never met him before.
Oh, fun. I mean, he's actually super chill. Like I kind of thought he'd be a little bit like, like kind of movie star-esque, but he's so chill.
I mean, he's the GOAT. He's got the best job ever. All right, you guys. Here is my first pick. I am so excited about this team. Sunny and Busy. 2 female firefighters. I've never seen 2 female firefighters. Like, it's such a male dominated field. I feel like they're going to be physically fit for the challenges. Now, they're friends, and friends don't always know how to travel together. So I am nervous, just that their like relationship dynamics. They're not used to being together all of the time, but I'm just so excited about their career. So I do have high hopes on what they can do for the race. Oh, what do you think, Greg?
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. They do give me Robin and Chelsea vibes from our past season.
Mm,
And Robin and Chelsea were a strong team. I think the only reason why I was a little skeptical about them is that I also want they're also moms. Like I want a mom team to win
right.
so badly. They kind of self-proclaimed moms. I want a mom team to win. But I think like in their interviews, they seem like they're going to be so fun. They seem like they're going to have such a good time. But then sometimes, at least like within their interviews, they said that they get sidetracked a lot of the time. So I'm just kind of curious how like kind of focused they'll be. But I want a mom team to win more than anything because I love my mom and I love watching mom teams. So I'm rooting for them.
Yeah. It's I mean, I get so nervous when I get to pick first because it's like the make or break team for me. But it doesn't matter how you finish, ladies. I'm just very excited to watch you. I want some girl power. It seems like this season is going to be some strong girl power. Seems like we have some strong females here. So that'll just be exciting to watch.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah. How many? I mean, I know you might know.
What's the question?
Oh, sorry.
What do I know?
I think there might be a lag. Oh no, just as far as do you know if there's been oh yeah, there's been a female team winner, right? The ice cream,
Yes,
like the ice cream.
but it's been a while. Oh my God, David, you were literally about to be skipped.
Hold on. The audio. Hi, sorry. Am I late? The audio just started working. What did you say?
I said you were about to be skipped. We were vamping.
I made it just in time. Hi, Greg.
Hey, David, nice to meet you.
I know. Nice to meet you too. Sorry, I'm making sure my audio's right, the microphone, speakers. We're good. I'm ready.
Go ahead. Let me. Okay, well, to catch you up, David, I picked first because Greg deferred to go third.
Okay, got
and
it.
This is my first pick, my firefighter ladies.
That's a good one.
So you actually now get your first pick, unless you want to say anything about Sunny and Busy, but then you get to pick.
Well, they were high on my list. I'm not surprised that they were the first pick. And I'm like excited for them as an all-female team to potentially do well, which, we don't always see. So I'd love to see it.
Yes, we do.
Is it my turn then?
Yes.
Okay, I'm actually going to pick an all-female team too. I'm going to pick Yvonne and Melissa.
Woo!
I mean,
Yvonne and Melissa.
I love that they're a couple. I love that one of them, was in the Navy. I love that they're my age, I'm just like rooting for them for so many reasons.
Yeah. One of them, their job sounds like she's like NCIS, like the TV show.
Yeah.
Like what?
And I mean, military people have like a mixed, it's sort of a mixed bag on how well they do on this show. Obviously, we saw some, military brothers last season who maybe didn't quite meet expectations. We thought they were going to do better than they did. But I'm hoping that these ladies will kill it.
Yes. They're super adorable. Like I was just saying, I feel really good about the women this season.
For sure.
Yeah. Good choices.
Actually, I think I saw a stat.
You saw what?
Sorry, I think there might be a lag on mine. I think I saw a stat or something that said like 70% of the winners have been like either dating or married of some way, shape, or form.
Oh.
And, like the fact that they're dating just bodes well from them, just from the onset. In 3 years too. It's not even like they're like a new couple. They've been dating for a while. They know the ins and outs. So that's a good pick. Really good pick.
Yeah.
I feel like that's important. You got to know your partner really, really well. I mean, obviously siblings know each other really, really well, but like, I feel like a married couple is the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. For people who know how to work with each other.
That's the biggest thing. It's being able to learn
For
how to
sure.
work.
Okay, Greg. You strategically chose to go third so you could get first and second. Did your first and second make it? Was this the right
No,
choice?
both of those teams were high on my list, but they weren't my first and second, so I'm pretty excited.
Okay.
Pretty excited. Okay, so my first team that I'm going to go with is going to be Michelle and Sean. They are
Yes.
Love.
the double Dutch team. They seem like they're so fun. First of all,
Yes.
they own a business together, and like I feel like working together, having fun together, traveling, that's one thing. A lot of people can do that with each other, but owning a business together and really working together, and they've played sports together, like doing the
Yeah.
double Dutch and everything, like having that kind of communication and teamwork is going to be uber important. And additionally, like at least from their interviews and everything, they seem like they're super fun, which is so important to have on the race, like just have a good time, but then also competitive at the same time, which is a great mix to be fun and competitive. And they like hype each other up so well too. Like,
Yes.
he was like, she's the world champion and he's a master double Dutch person. So they seem like they have really good energy.
I agree. I mean, I would never run a business with my husband. We'd be divorced so quickly. So that is a great thing that they already know how to problem solve together and, get through tough stuff. And you're right. Their personality just seems, I mean, look at those smiles. Like,
Oh my
they're
God.
there to have.
And at the starting line, they were the ones that were like popping personality wise. The producers are like cutting to them as often as they can because they bring the fun.
Yep. And I wonder because you guys have seen a lot of seasons in the past and been able to analyze them. I do wonder like how many times like the people at the very beginning, it feels like a lot of times the winners of the season / the people who make it far don't get a lot of airtime at the very beginning. Do you guys see that in seasons too?
Oh yeah.
It's a thing, like you got to give people the airtime while they're there, right? So like the teams who go early need to get a little more airtime early on. But it is that dance of like, how do we do that without giving it away? That this person is going early or this person is making it a long time and all of that,
I feel like with the 90-minute episodes this season, though, seeing as how it was not shot to be 90 minutes, that's just in the edit. I'm hoping that we will not be able to pick up on that stuff, that we'll just be getting character from the more entertaining teams, and we won't be able to pick that out because we're usually like, boy, they're not going to be in this edit.
Yeah, I guess that's my only hesitation with them is just that they got a lot of airtime, and I'm
sure,
like, people let go far, but I got faith.
Yes.
You're right. 90 episodes.
Yeah, and look, when you're a star, you're a star. You got to be in the edit,
That's right. That's right.
That's just them facts. All right, good first pick. Who is your second pick, Greg?
All right, my second pick, kind of a little bit of a maybe unconventional, a little bit of a Hail Mary. I have my reasons, and it's going to be Danny and Angie. It's the mother son team.
Oh,
I was gonna pick them early too.
Yes.
First of all, the cutest two people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like they are. Walla Walla, Washington or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
So cute. I'm not gonna lie. The number one reason I was kind of on that fan page, and Danny has my birthday. He's like 2 years apart, and he has my same birthday.
Oh.
So, I mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're really cute, and it seems like they just have like a really good relationship. And at one point, like when everyone was running to the cars in that first scene, I heard Danny say to his mom or something like that, like we don't have to go fast, like don't worry about it, which like typically is a little bit odd, but like it means that they're able to kind of slow down and realize like, okay, the way you win this race is by like taking your time, like not just rushing to the car and try to figure it out. So I feel like they can be like really calm, cool, and collected.
They also seem to have some like really sweet moments. There was like a moment that I saw in some of the preview footage that's been released where she's talking about how much it means to her to, you know, be running this race with her son, and he's like wiping tears away, and I'm like, oh, that story's gonna tug at my heartstrings. I'm gonna love them.
We love a parent-child relationship, especially when they're just like soaking up being there together, which we heard that he is like the biggest super fan they've had, which I can't imagine how he's the biggest. We've had some good super fans, so that's an amazing credit to get. Yeah, they're adorable and exciting. Wait, so what is he a Taurus? Do you remember his birthday being like before or after yours?
Yeah, he's a Taurus. He's my exact same birthday. He's April
same
24th.
birthday.
Yeah, same birthday.
Oh, okay.
He might be 2 years older, but yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And speaking of the big super fans too, I mean, I feel like a lot of times, honestly, and I kind of think about this with Survivor too. Sometimes the super fans don't do all that well. Like it does seem like a lot of the people who win are kind of like not super fans, but not like the super fans either. So kind of curious how that works out. But they just seem too cute to pass up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always root for parent-child. Like we hope it goes well.
Yes.
We hope. I mean, she's not that old. You know,
No.
sometimes an older parent can't quite keep up, but she's only 55.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connor and I think Connor and David, was it the father-son team who won like the All-Star season? Either way, was like these two, and so
yeah. Right. So Thomas reported that there have only been 3 all-female teams, and the last one was season 25. So, I mean, we're kind of due, guys. We're kind of due.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that. All right, David, back to you.
Okie dokie. I am going to continue the military trend, and I'm going to go with Juan and Shane. I just have to. It's a gimme. They're 29 years old, fit, you know. Look, the facts are the facts. The all-male teams tend to do well. Greg and John are perfect examples of that. You know, they did pretty well. So I'm going to bet on them to get me some points in this draft. That's what we're doing after all. We're trying to win a draft. So
That's right. That's right. They were absolutely my next pick. They I have to imagine they're very good at navigation.
Yeah.
I may be completely wrong. Like, I don't know. I'm not a pilot, but like you assume they're great at navigation. They look fit, and they actually seem like nice guys. They don't seem too alpha, you know. You know, they give out. Look at those smiles. They're adorable.
They really are. Yeah, I saw something that said like Phil was like talking about all the teams, and he said that these guys are just like super humble and super down to earth. They seem like, you know, real. They kind of look sort of macho-ish, even with the smiles. But yeah, he said they're just super sweet, super humble. So yeah, it feels like they're gonna have a good time and be really nice about it.
Yeah, good.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, man, now what do I do without them? Because my other team I want is another all-female team.
Go for it.
I think I have to mix it up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Derek and Shalisa.
Dang it.
Yeah. They're both retired, like what, sheriff and lieutenant something.
Chief
like
of
they're
police.
both chief of police. Yeah, like they're both don't mess with them vibes. They obviously look strong. They're married, so I'm hoping that they know how to work well together. I feel like there might be a tough, strong duo.
They were next on my list. Great pick.
Great pick.
Okay.
Yeah. The married teams. It's hard to beat, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a level of teamwork that you can't get in any other team.
But actually, you know what? Since I get to pick again, I guess
you
it
do
doesn't really
pick your
matter.
all-female team now.
So now I'm gonna go to my ladies. Hot pink. Kishori and Karishma. Okay. Now, going for younger ladies is not usually what I do.
Okay.
But something about these two gals are giving me like, we're here to hustle.
Yes.
You've underestimated us.
Yes.
Because we're young and small. But something makes me think they can power through this.
What did she say? Something about they were honestly, you picked my 2 next picks, so thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
But what did she say? Something about like I've jumped out of a plane 81 times or something
Yes!
like that. I was like, you need
like,
help.
wait, I'm
like,
sorry.
What's wrong
But
with
yeah,
you that
I
you're
was
jumping
like-
out of a plane that often?
Yeah, I was like, I think you should be checked by a doctor. But oh well, you're here. You're on the race, so
Yeah.
let's go. They're cousins.
That's awesome.
Like, I don't know. Like, cousins don't necessarily spend a lot of time together. They may not, like, they may just fight the whole time. I don't know, but they look like they're up for a good time. So I'm gonna hope that they were cousins that were raised like pretty closely, like siblings.
Yeah.
I mean, you that was also my next pick. I mean, they seem like a baller team. So Kishori's someone we went to like the Survivor premiere party. And I met Kishori.
Oh, right.
She is on it. She is like type A, like very organized, very like focused. So I mean, I have fairly good confidence that they're going to do pretty well in the race, as long as they can kind of like keep their composure, because you can kind of get into the race mind a little bit, but as long as they can keep their composure, they seem strong and strong-willed.
Yay! All right then, David.
Okay, I'm gonna scoop up the other gays, and I'm gonna go with Ricky and is it Caesar or Cesar? I don't know what I caught how he said it, but
that as well.
I'm going with them. Listen, preschool teacher and food stylist. I'm not sure what skills are gonna like be transferable to the Amazing
or all
Race.
of them,
or all of them. You never know.
Yep.
But I guess this is a little bit more of like a fingers crossed I want them to do really well than like I really think they're going to be like top 3 every leg of the race. But I'm going to roll the dice on them. I like them.
They also
I like them. I love them. No, go ahead, Greg.
Oh, real quick. Yeah, I mean they also were a team that didn't get too much airtime at the very beginning too. So
yeah,
that does bode well for them with that theory.
There you go.
But
okay, I like that.
Yeah, they seem sweet. They seem absolutely so. I also
very sweet.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can read into what Phil was saying about each team, but he made me go, oh, I think this team does better than we would think, right? Because I mean, yeah, the shirts, you're like, oh, I'm not like expecting these guys to win. They may be lots of fun, but then I read what Phil said about them and I was like, oh, I think they're going to do better than we think. So they were next on my list. Absolutely. They both also reached out to me with their birthdays. So that means they watched first off and reached out with their birthdays. So I love that. We've got 2 Capricorns here. Near and dear to my heart. My husband's a Capricorn, so I love the vibe. Also, what color are they? It doesn't matter. Look at their outfits.
I mean, thank you for pointing out the outfits, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is how you dress when you're going on like a family vacation at Disney World or something. Oh. It doesn't necessarily give me like I'm racing around the world vibes.
David. But... You get a thanks.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to have you on my team.
Thanks for being back. Yay. Wait, what'd you say about the color, the costume, or not costume, their outfits?
Oh, it just feels more like family vacation at Disney World vibe than, racing around the world. But they can ditch those Hawaiian prints, and at least they've got athletic shorts on. They're ready to do some running.
Well, actually, I was trying to take a look. I thought they were swim trunks for a second, but no.
Oh,
I think you're right. They might be with some Lulus or something.
Yeah, right.
They're the type of shorts that you can go into the water with. Like, they're ready for anything.
Yes.
That's what they're saying here. Absolutely.
It's South American season, so
Hawaiian Mint, Team Hawaiian Mint. You got it. Yeah, very excited about that pick. Like I said, next on my list. And thank you for your birthdays. We love a Capricorn. Yay. All right, Greg, this is it. You get your last 2 picks.
Oh, my last 2. Wow. Okay. Well, honestly, you guys took a lot of my picks. Really.
You know it.
So okay, so okay. So my next team, kind of similar to the Military Brothers vibe. A little bit of a layup, a little bit of a just kind of like you got to pick them. But is Anthony and Bailey? They're the twins, the kind of like beach twins.
Our Florida boys.
Our Florida boys. They are first of all twins. Not sure like how close they grew up. Like brothers can have a whole bunch of different situations, but I'm assuming they grew up decently close. Two, they're brothers. I mean, Johnny and I obviously can tell brothers just have a good relationship, especially when you're going on the race and doing something like this. My only thing is that their backpacks were ginormous. I was kind of looking at them as they have huge backpacks, which is such a classic like guy move. Like a lot of guys come in with like the 20-pound backpacks, but I mean they seem fit enough to be able to carry them. So as long as they can carry them, they seem like they're gonna have a good time, and they seem like they're gonna work.
Yeah, I mean, when you see those big backpacks, you're like, okay, they did no research, but like you look at them and you're like, of course they're not doing research. They were at the beach all day and like they were cast for their vibe, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fun to watch. I had them sort of mid-tier. I wasn't sure,
because I feel like with the surfer thing, I mean, it's a stereotype, but it could go either way. Like, are they too chill? Do they really have that competitive drive, or are they just like, yeah, man, like, whenever we'll just catch the wave, and
right.
You gotta.
Yeah, there was a season, I forgot which season, like 19, I don't know, it was a while ago, but there was like a team of snowboarders who had their exact same vibe. I forgot exactly their names, but they won like 6 legs in a row, just because I mean, like it can be a downfall to like give I don't really care too much, but also like not caring all that much and just having fun is also a benefit sometimes too.
Right.
So
sometimes it frees you up. Yeah.
Who were the guys that won? I think it was season 2. They were like the hippies, and they were just like, soaking it in the whole season, and they won the whole show. They won the whole season. So like, yeah, it's like you don't have to like race through it if you just know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to race through it. It's a race, but you can take it. You can enjoy the moments for sure. All right. Good stuff, Greg. You get your last pick here.
Yeah, my last pick. Gotta choose wisely here.
Yes. Thank you, Ellen, BJ, and Tyler. Oh, it was season 9. I thought it was like season 2. That's what it is.
Okay, so for my last pick, I'm gonna go Amber and Vinny. They are they're not anesthesiologists, but they're something similar.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, called them anesthesiologists, and they messaged me and were like, "No, that's not."
Yeah, because they said something at the start line. They said something, and then Phil explained it. Yeah.
It's in that field, though. They're going to knock you out with drugs ish.
Exactly. And so, I mean, that's kind of why I picked them. I mean, one, they seem, again, I don't know if they're anesthesiologists, but they seem intelligent, right? And that's a big thing to have on the race. And second of all, they said that their travel, their title.
Yes.
And
so they're like travel nurses.
Exactly. Yeah, they're like travel nurses, and they seem like they travel all over the world together. So that's obviously a huge plus to have in the race. And actually, I didn't know they're a couple too, which actually I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I think they're dating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So could fall apart on the race, or could propose at the end.
Yeah.
Actually, are they the couple? I think somebody did end up getting married. Who was
really?
It? Well, no, not Will. Yes, Will and James. Yeah. No, I mean on this cast. James actually mentioned that in we did a cast assessment together, and I think it might have been them because he was like, it looks like they've gotten married since. So whoever that was, it bodes well for the relationship.
Yeah, truly.
And they just can't, I don't think they've been able to announce it publicly, which maybe is because they get married on the race. I don't know.
That's hey. Well, I'm hoping that they get married now.
Yeah.
Yes. I think because I know they travel, but they said they're in Colorado now. And I think of Colorado as very like outdoorsy fit people, and they look like that.
They do.
So I feel like they are going to be able to, be up for the tasks.
I hope so. They looked like they were on the struggle bus in episode 1 from the preview footage that we saw, especially like with those like rocking horsey kind of things that they were moving down the cobblestone. Like her finger was getting pinched and they just seemed to be having a rough go. So from that, if I'm only reading into that, I'm like, okay, they're going to have like a big story in episode 1 potentially. And that could be a good or a bad thing. Hopefully it's a good thing for their sake.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the beginning episodes can really, really set the tone. So,
Yeah.
Vinny reached out to me as well with their birthdays. Thank you, Vinny. She is a Leo, David.
Love
it. And he is a Pisces, like John. So that's a good mixture of fire and like kindness and compassion. It's a good combo. So I'll be interested to see how they work together.
Yeah, me too.
I like that.
Rooting for him.
For sure.
David, is there anyone left that you are interested in?
Well, there's one team that I'm more interested in than the others, and that would be Rod and Letitia.
Yes.
Married duo. We've already covered the strengths of that in this stream. The former professional athletes don't have a stellar track record at least from what I can remember. But regardless of whether they do well, they are such characters and they have such a funny dynamic together that I'm like, I'm at least going to enjoy watching you and rooting for you to do well because you're on my draft team. So
yeah, she seems really fun and fiery and passionate, and two big personalities that I'm excited to watch
for sure.
Yeah, I looked at his Instagram. Oh my goodness, jacked. That man is ready. Any physical challenge they got in the bag, and she
better be shredded because his company is called G Shred Supplements. So.
Yeah, they both have businesses, so that does make me feel like smart, can figure things out, problem solve. Like thank you, Ellen. I don't want to cover up Greg's face, but thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. But I'm excited because you guys left me somebody that I was going to draft.
Oh,
I'm
love that.
very excited to let me find them in here. Chris and Mary. I am excited about them. Again, we love a parent-child dynamic, but out of the two that we have, I was more excited about them. I like that. I don't know. I don't know why I like them. I feel like they are, although I have to say in the preview, he stumbled, but I was like, I think that's a mislead. I think that it was just a random stumble and he's never going to stumble again.
You are being so generous by calling that a stumble because it's a full-on face plant.
I had already felt really good about them, and then I was like, "Oh, he just fell." Dang it! But I don't know. There's just something about their vibe. Although I don't know why they live in a one-bedroom apartment together still.
A studio, I think they said. Didn't
no,
they?
I think it was a one-bedroom.
Okay, let's hope.
But still, I'm like, Mary, you can move out if you want. Feel free.
Once they get that $1 million,
yeah, that's right.
Separate places.
Come on. But yeah, no, I really just enjoyed their vibe, and I felt like they're stronger than we might think was the energy I was getting.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of times during the race, you're kind of stuck in a hotel room just with you and your partner. So if they can do that at home, and that's where kind of like teams start to break down too. So if they can do that at home, they'll be fine. They'll be fine on the race.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm putting them on my list. Greg, that means you have Michelle and Sean, Danny and Angie, Anthony and Bailey, Amber and Vinny. How do you feel overall?
I feel pretty confident. I mean, I got a good amount of my. I kind of lost the order exactly, but I got a good amount of the picks that I was excited about. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm rooting for you guys too. I'm rooting for all the teams. So I'm feeling pretty good about my squad.
You don't have to root for us, but that's very kind of you. David, you got Yvonne and Melissa, Juan and Shane, Ricky and Cesar, Rod and Letitia. How you feel?
I love it. I feel like I've got a nice spread, like lots of diverse. I've got an all-female team. I've got a married team. I've got a couple of daters. I've got some best friends. I've got some military people, some fitness people, just some regular old gays. I just love it. I think it's a great team.
Very good. I have Sunny and Busy, Derek and Shalisa, Kishori and Karishma, Chris and Mary. Those were all high up on my list. So no complaints here. We never know how they're actually going to do in the race. This is just for fun. But yeah, I'm happy with my picks as well.
Glad we did a dance, right? Where everyone got there.
Yes.
I'm glad it worked out.
I love it.
Yeah, well, Greg, oh my gosh, so excited to have you this season.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Again, the spreadsheet is down linked below, but I will update everybody as we go throughout the season. But fingers crossed that your people finish in the top 5 a little bit. Don't go out too early. Get some points. Have some fun. Tomorrow night is the premiere, 90-minute episodes all season long. Excuse me. I do get to talk to Phil tomorrow. Still very excited about that. Just so nervous. What else about this season? They're starting in
Mexico or Puerto Vallarta. Yes.
Ending in Pennsylvania.
Classic.
Like Philly or like somewhere just.
No, they're just, I don't know. They're ending in Pennsylvania. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm curious what city. I wonder if it's going to be Philly or like some other random.
Well, right. I did see the mascot for the Eagles.
Oh, right.
So yeah,
true.
Right. I saw that in the preview, so I guess so.
That's true. Yeah, and I think I saw the Philly Flyers. Like I think their hockey team or something. I think I saw that mascot as well.
Oh,
or maybe that's
maybe they're having like a mascot off. What are we doing with all the mascots?
Yeah,
the mascots are battling. Okay, I'm here for it. Sure. I'll take it. Reminder that we're back pre normal season. We're back to COVID-esque chartered plane and all of that stuff. Just a reminder.
Okay.
Yes. So don't everyone freak out. We know. Yeah. It's out of order. So we're just going to have the space and grace for those changes again. It's okay. We're visiting Barbados and Dominican Republic for the first time. Go ahead, Greg.
That's fun. Oh no, I was just gonna say during like that beginning part when he's talking to the teams on the beach, I heard there was at some point he said like just like last season, like there's gonna be no elimination points, but I could hear the voiceover of him saying just like last season, and then they said
So I
think it's gonna be some of that throughout the season.
Yeah. I always double check if you saw his mouth moving, because when they cut away and you hear his voice, doesn't mean he said it right there in that moment.
Doesn't mean,
It's going to be a little bit of that. He said that in one of his interviews I was reading. He's like, I'm doing a lot of voiceover right now. And I was like, I bet you are.
Yeah.
Trying to fix things up. All right. That's it, you guys. Greg, anything else? You going to be live tweeting or anything? I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm going to there's like a premiere party tomorrow in New York for the New York racers. And so I'm excited to meet the new teams there. Some people from the past season are going to be there. You know, like some of the survivors are going to be there. So I'll definitely be excited to kind of update people on that.
That's great.
Yay. Thank you everyone in the chat for joining us. Hopefully you'll join us all season long. David and I will be recapping on Sundays this season, and I'll have exit interviews on Thursdays each week.
Yes. And if you're joining us later after this stream, leave us a comment and tell us who your picks are for your draft this season.
Yes, let us know all of that, and we'll see you throughout the season, you guys. Bye.
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 I don't have anything ready.